We're working on it.
How does that happen, you guys? Okay, it wasn't pushed. It wasn't engaged all the way.
The lights were going.
Have sound now.
Okay, we're going to have to start over. Let's start over.
So we're starting over. Okay, today is Throwback Thursday, and I was asked, we're going to show you this book that we made that's school themed, which I think is pretty cool. I was asked how to make this book 3 times just last week, and we've done it before. We've shown this project a few times.
Still says no sound. I'm sorry, Kelly.
Is this one lit?
It's lit.
Okay.
Oh, now someone said yay.
I think maybe the sound is here. It's just delayed.
No sound.
Okay, we need to find out.
PJ has sound.
Okay, it was just delayed. We're here.
Sound is good. Okay.
Should we say it? Is third time's charms? Do we need to say it one more time?
One more time.
Throwback Thursday. We've thrown it back 3 times now. Hopefully we're here. This project, it's just this really cute little holiday recipe book, and it uses the Echo Park Baking Spirits Bright collection, which is 40% off, like all of our Christmas product, including the Tim Holtz Christmas fabric. So if you wanted to make it, it's a great time to get it. I use the frames. I use the sentiment ephemera. That's what these little pieces are. I used a sheet of Janet's designed recipe card cut-aparts, some pattern paper, and some craft paper. And our little flashcards, Maggie.
So it's got recipe cards. To go over to that end cap and show what we have.
We might have to. Here's the flashcards. Maybe we can show that. Isn't this cute? It says Baked with Love. Let me get a better handle on it here. So we got Baked with Love. We've got family recipes.
Those would be great for adding photos, either to the little small ones on the front or do it on the back.
And I don't know about you guys, but we had a baking day last weekend, and we tend to do that every year, and this would be so fun to keep track of our recipes and what we bake each year, and pictures. You can put pictures in it. So we showed this previously this season, and we're going to show you how to make it again, because like I said, I got asked multiple times how to make it, and it is so fun, and once you make one, your imagination is going to run wild. And I hope it runs wild today, and you can give us all kinds of ideas of what you would make with it. But first, Maggie,
seeing lots of people's ideas of how they did make them.
It's a great project. So on Friday, Katie and I were here, and we showed a little bit of embossing, and Nicole had made up these samples for us with some of the embossing folders that we have, and these Christmas ones. This is one from Tonic Studios, and the Christmas ones are 40% off on our Christmas sale. So look at this one with the ornaments. And it shows how you can add ink, and it really makes your images stand out. And Nicole did all of these for us. So thank you, Nicole. And we embossed a couple between some laughter on Tuesday, Maggie. I want to say it was Friday, but gosh, it was not Friday. Oh, it was Monday. See, I'm really messed up on the days.
Yes, it was Monday.
Because we've been gone for 2 days. I hope you guys survived without us for 2 days. But we were gone for 2 days. So
we were thinking about you, though.
We were. I hope you all had a really merry holiday, Merry Christmas. However you celebrated, if you were home alone, just having some quiet, peaceful time, maybe watching Hallmark movies, or if you were in a chaotic family with lots of kids unwrapping gifts, whatever it was, we hope that you had a really wonderful holiday. And I was talking to Doug about how I remember many years ago, the day after Christmas was the day you ran out and you shopped to get all those after Christmas bargains. Do you remember that, Maggie?
Yes.
They kind of start early now, before, but it used to be that day after Christmas was super special, and all the decorations and everything were half off, and you'd get your wrapping paper and everything for the next year. And you know what? Our stuff is 40% off, so you can get your Christmas items if you're still working on Christmas or you want to get ready for next year. It's 40% off for all of our Christmas.
And you don't even have to get out of bed.
No, you can shop from bed. Maggie, I think we've done that too, haven't we? So anyway, I want to show you what we got, because we did get some happy mail. And we got this card from, they call themselves, and we call them the M&M Sisters. And it's Marla and Marcy from Ohio, and they sent us this card. And look at the inside. They've used, it looks like different colors of little pen and put some stickers.
Love it.
And I love these layers. And Marcy and Marla have a fun story because Marla is a crafter, and she's been watching our videos. I don't know if you're here today, Marla, but she's been watching our videos, and she wanted to come to Ankeny from Ohio to one of our crops. So Marcy rode along with her as her sister just to be nice so she didn't have to come by herself. Marcy was not a crafter. Well, after about half a day, Marcy became a crafter, and now they both come from Ohio, and they both are making cards and different things, and they're just a lot of fun. So thanks, gals. Thanks, sisters. And then Diana sent us this card, and it's kind of cute because it's got this little flip up here. And you've got some retro images here designed by Steve Duncan for Cartabella.
It is so cute.
I recognize those. Isn't that fun?
Love it.
So thank you, Diana. And then I'll show you this, and guess what? We got a box with this card in it, and you can guess maybe what was inside of it. All the way from Bakersfield, California. Donna, thank you so much for the fresh oranges. You know, we just get our grocery store oranges here in Iowa. And this looks a little more orange, don't you think, Maggie?
Oh, and I had one the other day. It is
They're
delicious.
delicious.
Yes.
And I'm intrigued because they even have a different sticker on them than our oranges do. Because I'm sure our oranges are coming from, they're not coming from Iowa, I can tell you that. So,
Very cool.
So Donna, thank you so much for that box of oranges.
It's so pretty.
It was just so fun to have a box sitting there, and you're like, what could this be? And then you open it up, and it's all filled with oranges, and I believe there were some lemons in it also. So thank you very much. It's a lot of happy mail, Maggie.
Oh,
We've been getting a lot of happy mail. Okay, well, so we talked about what we're going to make. This is what we're actually going to do. This is just kind of a prototype, and it's an album that you glue together. You make it out of cardstock or paper, and I'll show you. I guess I should show the samples, and then we'll make it. This is one that I made when we were doing our, what was it called, Maggie, when it was kind of white on white? Simple?
Clean and Simple.
Clean and Simple. Here's one that's clean and simple. It just has snowflake die cuts on it. And these are 6 by 9. And then the opposite, here's the opposite of clean and simple. This one was made with some of the 49 and Market Crafty Garden.
That is so pretty with all those layers. Could you see if you have that one?
So, and this one is very similar, but it's got a few little changes. You'll see the bottom pockets there. And this one has no pockets. I cut the pockets off of a couple of the pages, so it doesn't have pockets on every page. And we also took our diagonal corner punch to the corners. Do you need this, Maggie?
Mary, yes, we have this one. This is the embossing folder. If that's the one you're talking about, we do have it available. It is $16.99.
Less 40%.
And it's called Pines.
That's a good name for it, isn't
Yes.
it?
So if that's the one you were talking about, yes, we have it. But you probably should get it ordered.
Yeah, it won't last long.
Yes.
I think we have 3 of them over there on the hook. Okay, this is one that I did several years ago. I did it for Halloween. We don't have this Halloween product anymore, but it just gives you an idea. It's a little different size. It's 6 by 8 instead of 6 by 9. And then I've actually used this one. I put some family Halloween pictures in here.
Chris is on her way. They're going to be here within an hour.
Whoa! We'll be here to see
Yay.
ya. We'll be here to see ya. And this one I actually used pattern paper for my pages.
So cute with those photos tucked in.
Isn't it fun? And I put it out at Halloween, Maggie, and I just put it out as on the table for people to look at. Okay, and then today we're going to make one, but what I wanted to show you was the school one. And should we make one? I'll show you the school one. So the school one is using the Cartabella Back to School collection, which is a new collection that we haven't had very long. This is the collection pack that has all the papers, and it has the sticker sheet. Which I think
Is this one
it's a Steve Duncan.
I was going to say,
yeah.
I was just going to ask
It's a Steve
that.
Duncan collection. So and I've got a lot of it
Very retro.
left, but sometimes when I do a project, I just like to get the collection pack. And then I also used cardstock for my pages, and I use all different colors. So I use maraschino, goldenrod, evergreen, and admiral. And I thought those were good school colors, and I think they look really nice with this collection.
Love it.
They're not super bright. And then, Maggie, the other thing that you're going to find in the book are these tags. This doesn't look like a tag at all, but when you cut it apart, it's got there's 5 sheets in here, and there's 3 tags per sheet. It's $8.99, and you'll find this in the Cartabella Back to School category, but I think we probably need to show them because they don't look like tags. So we've got preschool, kindergarten, and first grade. So you would just cut every 4 inches, and then you can make them as long as you want. And then we've got your second, third, and fourth, and so on, and so on.
Nice.
And so on. All right, so let's take a walk through the book. And then we're going to put our camera up in the arm, and we're actually going to make one. Because like I said earlier, if we had sound, I don't know if we had sound or not when we said this, but I've been asked how to make these books 3 times last week, so we want to do it. Now here are those tags, those school tags. And so they've got the year that you were in preschool, what the school was, your teacher, height, weight, favorites. You could add a photo, or you could do more journaling. You could have your student write their name, depending if you're doing it ahead of time.
That'd be cute.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
Maggie, is there anything else you can think of as
Draw
being
a picture of themselves.
Oh, that's cool.
That is so fun.
That is really neat. So as you flip this, you can see I started with the red, the maraschino, and I've also got some cut aparts from this collection that I stuck in here. And then I have put paper on each page, and I'll take pictures of these for our blog so you could see them. And then I've added stickers from the sticker sheet, just in some little groups here and there. And I just thought this was cute. And it would be such a nice way to have all your student, put a school picture on the tag, and you could just see how they grow through the years and how they change.
And it's very simple.
What their favorite things are.
It wouldn't take a lot of time.
No, it wouldn't. You could just do the highlights.
This would be a great gift to give to someone who has a little kindergartner just ready to take off.
I know, wouldn't that be? Or if I think that would be really good. And you know what? I'm going to have one. I just realized our grandson Sullivan is going to kindergarten next year.
Is he really?
And he's in preschool right now, so guess where this is going?
Oh my gosh, that can't be.
It is, believe it or not. So, all right, well, we're going to flip the camera around, and we're going to make one of these books one more time.
Okay, bear with me because I'm still not great on doing this.
We can do it, Maggie. We can do it.
Okay, so I flip it.
I don't know if I've got this in the right place.
This way, right?
How about this way? This, just like this. It's perfect.
So I flipped it the right way, but not up and down.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
All right. Let's go up a little bit so you guys can see everything. I think that's pretty good. Here's that, by the way, here's that embossing folder, Pine. So I'll move it off to the side. So we want to show you how to make this booklet right here. And I'm just going to use some craft paper today because I think it's easy to see the scoring and the folding and the gluing and everything. And I'm going to use 4 sheets. So if you got 4 sheets of craft paper, I've got a few extras. And so each page of this book, like this red, is 1 sheet of cardstock. And it's scored 12 by 12. It's scored down the middle, and then it's scored here at 3 inches, and this is folded up to make your pockets. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start with my first sheet. And Maggie, tell me if there's questions or if you can't see, and we'll get it fixed. And we're going to score right down the middle at 6 inches. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to score at 3 inches right here. And that's going to be our pocket. And then we're going to kind of
move this up just a little bit.
So then you can see we're going to fold this like so. And we're going to fold this. Now when you're doing something that's squarish, match your corners up because you'll be much happier with it. You'll have a much straighter fold. So there's our first page.
Kelly Shelley has taught this. She's made a bunch of them.
Oh,
and then
wow.
she taught it at her little library.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. So we're scoring down the middle, and then we score at 3 inches. So that's page number 2. And you know, you could just do 2 pages. You could do 3 pages. You could just do 1. You know, this would be kind of a nice little folio, and you could stick greeting cards and envelopes in each side.
And if you want the pockets deeper, you can score them
Exactly.
at 4 instead of 3.
Yep, depending on what you're putting in. You can also score them smaller. And I'll show you, I think I have a sample of that. So we score right down the middle. That's going to be our spine. And then we're doing 3-inch pockets, so we're going to score it at 3 inches.
Ellen said she used wooden clothespins to hold the glued pages together until they dried.
Oh, that is a good idea, because when I made that school book, I set some stuff on it because I was kind of busy. And I set some stuff on it to hold it. You can use score tape too, if you want to. Score tape. I use liquid glue today. Okay, here's our 4th page. And we're going down the middle. And then we're going off here at 3 inches. I hope you guys all got your Christmas crafting done before Christmas. I will say that I did not get everything done I wanted to, but we survived.
Kelly, could we do a screenshot of Home for the Holidays? Someone wants to see that a little closer.
Absolutely. This one I did with basil natural paper. You could do it with white. And it has these snowflakes, which are on the front. They're just die-cut snowflakes, and they're actually embossed. And then there's snowflakes that go off the edge. So you can kind of see how I just this is probably the same snowflake, or maybe this one and this one. And I just cut them not exactly in the middle, but I like it with how they're going off the edge of the page.
And you rounded the corners on that one.
Yes, thanks for mentioning that, because I did round the corners. So I used a corner rounder, and this one we used the diagonal slanted corner punch.
You know what, Kelly, I think part of the thing that people, when they first look at it, they really don't understand that it's just paper, because when you glue those pieces together, they become
I know,
a little...
it looks like a book, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little stiffer and...
So look at, well, and you are gluing them back to back, so that does make it. So we have 4 pieces. Now, if you wanted to take a circle punch and you could make notches, I didn't in that one, but I did in this one. You could make notches like here. I think that looks kind of cool if you do that. And you could use a 1 inch, a 1.5, a 2 inch, whatever you've got, you could use.
Kelly, when we are done and you're taking pictures to send to Janet, they would like pictures of that.
Oh, okay, we can do that. So now before we glue our pages together, I like to go ahead and hook my pocket, and I'm going to use 1/4 inch score tape. You could use 1/8 inch. I just like to have a little bit more strength, so I use the 1/4 inch, and I'm just putting it on both ends. And then I found, let's see if this one's done that way. Okay, what I found was, like in this book, the pocket kind of comes open. So what I found is I started just putting a little piece of score tape on one side or the other of this pocket, but not both. And you can try it without, and if you decide you want it, then you can always add it on. It just keeps things from flopping between the pages. Oops, let me try to pull that off. And then it's pretty easy. We just bring it up and fold it. And that page is done. So let's get these others done here. So if you've made these, tell us what themes you've made, because seriously, we have done this project a few times, but they're so fun to make. And I was just thinking, Maggie, for school, this was just the perfect thing to do, kind of a simple school.
I love it.
And I didn't bring my little daylight light today. I should have, so we could see better. I kind of had to tippy toe out of the house today because I left early, and we had our 3-year-old and 5-year-old grandson sleeping in our bedroom. And so I was trying to sneak out the door to...
Question, can you do more than 4 pages?
You can. What I would recommend, it depends, you can do more than 4. I'm not going to put a thing in the middle of that just so everybody can see the difference. So if you do more than 4, let me see how many are in here. 1, 2, I think there's 4 in here. This one I put a little cover over the spine. This one I didn't. So if you do 4, it just gets, your spine just gets thicker. So that's the only difference. So I think you could definitely do more than 4. Okay, here's our last one. We'll get this one put together. Now I'm going to use the glue press to assemble it because it goes quicker. You could use score tape to assemble them. You just want to have good adhesive, especially along the spine.
Claudia made a Disneyland trip album.
Oh gosh.
With this paper.
Cool.
Mary uses it for takeout menus.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
That's better than a cookbook.
That is fun. I think that's really funny. Okay, so we've got our 4 different pages. And when I did the school book, you'll notice I did different colors. So I've got a red page, the goldenrod, I think it was Admiral, and Evergreen.
Oh, Dawn says she has used the cloth wide washi tape from 49 and Market for the spine.
For the spine, that would be really nice. And we've got quite a selection of that. So how we actually form our book is by gluing pages back to back. So if you happen to use pattern paper like this book, you just want to look at directions, and I happen to use paper that wasn't directional. So this book had some directional paper, so you just have to be aware of that, and maybe you don't care. So like with this book, I was careful because I wanted this on my front cover, and that was a pattern on the paper. So we're going to do it with the glue press because it's super fast. We were talking this morning that how did we ever craft without the glue press? And I'm just being pretty generous with the glue.
Kelly, someone did mention that if you're going to do pattern papers, you might want to glue them down before you glue
before you do the
down.
pocket. Sure.
Yes.
That's a great tip.
Okay, Kelly.
Oh, here we go.
Look at this. Would you say that's 2 inches wide?
Yeah, that looks about 2 inches wide. What's the name of this one, Maggie?
This one is 49 and Market Vintage Bits.
That would be, gosh, wouldn't that have been nice on this book right here?
I love that. And we have other styles too, I think.
And Cheryl says you could sew the pages together too.
Oh, that's a great idea. Never thought about that. Then, okay, so then, Kelly, if you sewed them all together, then you wouldn't even need to glue them to each other, would you?
Not if they're sewn together.
You could.
You still could if you want a little extra.
Yeah.
If you want a little extra. Look at my glue pattern, everybody.
Cheryl says she thinks a pumpkin patch visit would be a cute idea.
Well, I think that's a great idea. And things that are smaller events are nice for these, like birthdays. I think if you did one like for maybe graduation, maybe you could do the actual ceremony, or maybe senior photos, or baby's first 12 months. I'm really pushing my trigger on this, Maggie.
Yes, you are.
We're going to town.
You're getting a good glue.
Okay, I think we're getting them all glued together. Now, sometimes I'll use score tape and glue, and you want to really get a good glue along here because that's going to have a lot of pressure on it. So I'm just going to keep my hand on that for a minute. Make sure that glue is nice and stuck down. And I'm going to put my cap because I think I'm done with my glue press. I don't know. You guys will have to let us know how you like having a little Throwback Thursday. I think it's kind of fun. Okay, so let's check it out and see what we've got. So we've got our pockets here. I need something I can slip in the pockets. So we've got a pocket here and here, and we've got our pockets over here. So we actually have like 8 pages. We ended up with 8 pages, and that's with 4 sheets of paper.
So easy. I love it.
Isn't that fun? So remember, we've got our back to school paper from Cartabella, if you'd like to make one, and we've got the tag paper that you can get that's got all the grades, just to kind of get it all together. Maggie, I liked your idea of them drawing a picture of themselves. That is really fun.
Joe Ellen says, Kelly, love this even more on the second time around. I think it's the third time around, actually.
It might be the fourth. It might be the fourth. I'm trying to think of what books I don't have here. I know we've had several other samples, but I hope that you guys liked our little throwback. We're going to take the camera out now.
Sandy says she loves the Throwback Thursday idea.
Well, good. Because I just thought it might be something different to do. You know, we got the new year coming up, don't we, Maggie? So we got the new year coming up.
2025.
2025. We got one more week, everybody, to craft more in 2024, and I think a lot of you have, for sure.
Kelly, when who was it that sent a picture of her broken craft chair?
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Ruth.
gosh, I love that.
You guys, we want to share this for you. Okay, wait. Don't let me forget. Heidi says you could use the fresh snow from Simple Stories, and for a winter outing like skiing or sledding.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and Robin's got an idea too. She says you could use score tape and only adhere the sides, so then you would have a pocket up at the top. You know what I mean? You could put score tape on the 3 sides when you're gluing the pages together, so the top would stay open.
Leave it open.
And then you could do that.
Things
I love that idea.
Stick in and just kind of stick out.
Yeah, it could have a tag. Karen says it's a classic. Lisa says so easy to get big results. Does the craft paper come in a pack? It does. We do have the Basil Craft cardstock. You can get it in a pack of 25, 12 by 12, or 8.5 by 11.
And you could make mini books. They don't have to be that size. I mean, you could cut your paper any size and make them little mini books.
You could. And Maggie, you know what? I'm so glad you mentioned that, because look at the size difference here. This one is actually 7 inches tall instead of 9 inches tall, and this one I think we said was 8 inches tall.
So those must be 4-inch pockets? No, you just cut it down.
And I cut the pockets down, so they've got 2-inch pockets, maybe. Do you think?
Yeah, great photos. I love it.
That was a little family Halloween a few years ago.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
And that was so fun. So you can make it different sizes too. We made one with card bases. I don't know if you remember that, but we used the 49 Market card bases, because it's the same thing. They're folded papers just like this.
And if you have, I don't know about you, Kelly, but I don't make 5x7 cards very often. So I have a bunch of 5x7 card bases. I could just fold them.
This would be awesome, yeah.
And have a little book. And I could use up those 5x7s. I love that. Oh, I'm learning.
So before we go, we want to remind you that our Christmas is 40% off through Sunday. So it's through Sunday, so you got a few days. What do we have? 4 days left, but get it early while the selection is great.
And check out that Baking Spirits Bright
section.
section.
Check out the Baking Spirits Bright from Echo Park. Maggie was just over there, and she said there's quite a bit left. So if you want to do a little recipe book for the holiday recipes, that would be perfect. And using the card bases, they said, is an incredible idea, Maggie. So
yeah, and
that's a great idea. And a 5x7 would make a nice. It would just be an inch narrower.
So it could end up being a 5x5 book, right? If I fold it up
an inch or 2 inches.
2 inches.
Yeah, that would be
awesome. Oh my gosh, I just got a great idea.
And then Dawn said you could do it with 8.5 by 11, and you can. all you're doing is scoring your paper in half and then scoring up the bottoms for your pocket. So you could do any size, like Maggie said. Let's see, Christmas is on sale. Our candles are 30% off, our Inglenook candles.
And if you have
And-
not gotten one, we burned a Christmas tree Christmas Eve at my daughter's house. It was
Smelled
really
really
nice.
good.
She really liked it.
That was my favorite.
She's not even a candle person, and she loves
She's
it.
not a candle person. All right. Well, let's see. Is there anything else you can think of, Maggie? Or are we good here today?
Are the Pooh washi tapes still on sale?
They
Kelly,
are.
for
We've
99
got
cents?
2 Winnie the Pooh washi tapes that are only 99 cents. And Maggie, thank you. She looked over here and she just got this idea. So these are the 2 styles. 99 cents is pretty good for washi tape.
Yeah.
We've got a few Christmas kits. The Christmas kits that are exclusive to Memory Bound are not on sale, but everything else is pretty much on sale. So, and Janet just linked the Christmas category.
These
so
are falling down.
we're falling apart. You know, it's
There we go.
It's just like when all your guests leave your house, Maggie, and you're like,
It's trash.
and things you got to clean up a little bit. So anyway, everyone, thanks again for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully you had a wonderful holiday. We hope that you did, and getting ready for the end of 2024 and getting psyched up for 2025. So thanks, everyone, and we'll be back tomorrow.